Tonight, it's Chinese chicken egg drop soup. This is a favorite of mine and a favorite of all my friends. It's a relatively simple meal to make. And what I can tell you is, if you've had egg drop soup out in restaurants and places like that, you haven't had real egg drop soup. Because the stuff that they serve you in the restaurants is just terrible. It's nothing like it's supposed to be. And I can say that honestly because I've probably been cooking Chinese food longer than I've been cooking Italian food. Because I learned how to cook Chinese food when I was about 16 years old from an old Chinese man who was a chef at a restaurant. And he taught me how to cook Chinese over several years. And for maybe 10 years, that's all I cooked was Chinese food. And this is a favorite of mine. In fact, the reason I'm making this meal tonight is because I have several friends of mine who are homesick with coronavirus. And I want to make them something and bring it over to them so maybe they'll feel a little bit better. So it's simple how to make this. I'll show you right now. Okay, what we got here is we got an iron wok, and I have a little bit of peanut oil in here. Not a lot, a couple tablespoons. And I have some chicken cutlets here, just cut up into little pieces like this. What we're going to do is we're going to fry them a little bit here, but just a little bit. We're not going to overcook them. We're not going to fully cook them. So we're going to dump them in. This is the kind of tool you want to use with a wok. You want to cook the chicken up a little bit for about 5 minutes, not much more than that. Okay, so let's see how it's doing here. That's ready. It's ready for the next step. Now that the chicken stock is sufficiently heated, we're going to throw some soy sauce in here. Now let's just have a quick conversation about soy sauce. This is soy sauce. This is no good. This is good soy sauce. You want to get soy sauce from a Chinese store. Do not buy your spices at the supermarket. They're all crap. Buy them at a Chinese store. They're much cheaper. We're going to put a little soy sauce in here, just like that. Next, what we do is we're going to put in a little roux of cornstarch and water, about a tablespoon and a half. You put it in kind of slowly to thicken it up. You want to get a little thicker, but you don't want to go crazy. And that's the problem a lot of these places have. They put so much cornstarch in there that the thing gets really, really thick. And this is not supposed to be a thick soup. This is a medium soup. Now you just want to let this cook now for maybe about another minute or so. And then we're off to the next step. Okay, next we're going to put in a little bit of black pepper. And we're going to put in about a little more than a teaspoon of sugar. And then we're going to taste it. That's pretty close. Just needs a tiny bit more sugar. You want to be very careful with the sugar in this. You don't want to go crazy with it. A lot of places make this stuff too sweet. It's got to have a very delicate taste. Now that that's done, what we're going to do is we're going to put in, I have some eggs here. I got 5 eggs here that we're going to beat up really quick. And what we're going to do now is we're going to slowly add it to this hot soup and beat it. I'm trying not to make too much of a mess on my kitchen stove that I just cleaned. Okay, that's got to cook for about a minute. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put in the chicken that we cooked before. Glass of water, please. And then the final ingredient in this is I got about a half cup of chopped up scallions. Actually, may need a little more, but let's see. And now that's got to cook for maybe a couple minutes. And this is done. And that's it for chicken egg drop soup. As you can see, it's pretty easy. It tastes nothing like the stuff you'll get in the store. It's delicious. Everyone who's had this over the years absolutely loves it. So my next step is I'm going to pack it up into containers. I got a whole bunch of containers over there. And I'm going to bring it to a whole bunch of friends of mine who I think will enjoy it today. And the last thing I would say is, if you could share my video on your page, I would appreciate it. If you can't, that's fine also. And the reason I would say that is, what I'm trying to get across here is that it's not a crime to do nice things for people. It's a nice thing to do nice things for people. And I'm trying to lead a little by example by saying, hey, you know what? I'm cooking for some people that I know and just trying to help them. And maybe more people need to just see this. Thanks.